Hello. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys? It is June 5th, 2024. I am Jennifer Kirk. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am, even though we're in a heat wave right now, I'm in my basement and I am freezing. My fingers are basically barely working. It's so cold. We really need to look at our distribution of our air conditioning because it is cold down here. So hopefully my fingers will work tonight with all the old age and everything. So make sure that you leave me a comment if you are here. I want to be able to see you. I hope you guys are all well and enjoying the week. So this is a big day in the Stamping Up world. We had a lot of things released. So if you're a demonstrator, today is the first day to pre-order the new online exclusives, which will go live in July for everybody else. So there are some pretty cool things. I haven't had a chance to put my shopping list in, but I've been working on it every time I had a little bit of a break from work. So hopefully before I go to bed tonight, I can get my list in. Woohoo! So we had that. We had a new kits released, which is also exciting. I don't know if it's a bee or a fly in here. So if you see me duck, it's a fly. It's a big fly. Ooh, the dog brought it in. I'm just looking at it. It's on my cart. Yuck. Gross. I don't even know what it's talking about. You're going to have to bear with me. If you're here, say hi. Can't wait to see you. Hi, Sharon. How's it going? All right, so it is new kits released today. If you're a demonstrator, we get to pre-order. What else is there? Oh, the sale. So if you're a demonstrator, it's even better for you because as a demonstrator, we get at least a 20% discount on everything that we buy. But for customers too, there is a sale for the rest of the month on that. You know how when you buy a bundle, so you buy a stamp set and dies, Stamping Up gives you a 10% discount so that if you were to buy them separately, you get 10% off. Well, for this month, we get an extra 10% off. So it's everything that is available to customers right now. So none of our pre-order stuff, but anything that is available to customers right now, there is an extra 10% off for stamps and dies. Not the punches. The punches are bundled too, but the punches are not part of this sale. But the big shot, the big buddy and the mini buddy. So the Stamp and Cut and emboss machine, the big one, and then the little ones, which are these ones, are also 10% off. So if you've been having your eye on them, June is the great time to get it. Okay, so we are going to do alternatives today to the paper pumpkin. I have one of the videos that I was trying to do for the entire month was last month's paper pumpkin, and I have it up there and I have the cards ready to go, but we're going to actually do this month's. So let me turn you down. And oh, there's a nice big glare on this. This is the kit. Isn't this cute? So obviously it's a masculine theme because Father's Day is coming up. Nice glare, Jen. All right. And I love this card. These ones I was like, yeah. And when I started playing with the kit, it was like, oh, I don't know, what do I do with this? I wasn't exactly sure what to do, but once I started playing, I loved it. So I hope you guys love it too. So we're going to make 2 of my 3 alternatives tonight. The third one we're not going to make because it's the same fold that we did last week in our video. So, oh, I can just see I don't know if this is my light. Nope, my camera's in the way. Oh, well, we'll have to put up with that. So the third one we're not going to make tonight, but if you want to see how to make it, you can get all the measurements and all the directions from last week's video. All right. So here's one alternative. This is the card that we did last week. So it's the, I don't even know what it's called, but isn't this cute? So this would be perfect either. It's a great masculine card, but it would also be good for anybody. So it doesn't have to be masculine. Very versatile. These are all from the kit. This is from the kit. This is from the add-on, the dies that are the add-on for the month. And then we have all the DSP. Okay, so that's one alternative. We're not making this one tonight. Here's another one that we're going to be making. We're going to be making a different alternative though. So we're going to use the same layout, which isn't this neat? Love it. But we're going to be doing different colors. Okay. So this is part of the card base here, one of the card fronts here. And really the only thing that I added onto this one was I die cut this out because I didn't want to use white, and I added some early espresso cardstock, and then the rest of the stuff is from the kit, other than the ink, which is the early espresso, which is from my stash. So the ink spot that does come with this kit is the Misty Moonlight. Okay, so we're going to make this one, we're going to make it a different version of that. And then the one that we're going to start off with tonight is this. Isn't this sweet? Love it. So again, this is from the card. This is one of the card bases. I'm out of this card base now, so I can't make any more of these because I've used them all. And this one is actually part of the kit. Okay, but we get the exact same stamp here. And this paper is the exact same as the envelopes. So you could do a whole bunch of die cuts with this, open it up, and die cut circles and stamp with early espresso, and you can get a ton of these to use on alternative cards. So we're going to do this one today. Super easy. I'm going to try and spread this out a little bit so we get a little bit more. Oh, can you guys hear Milo? He's crying. He wants to go upstairs. He Milo decided that he was going to go counter surfing, and he had a nice helping of our dinner that was my husband's leftovers for his lunch. So now he wants to go up and see what else is left up there for him to get him into. Okay, let me move everything out of the way, and we're going to get stamping. What's it like where you guys are? Is it hot? It's been hot and muggy here. So I cut out, so we're going to do a little bit different than this one. I cut out the thanks. This is from the add-on dies. So it's the thanks and beyond dies. So every 3 months, Stamping Up is releasing a add-on that goes with 3 months, coordinates with 3 months of the paper pumpkin. So we're going to be getting a new add-on for next month's, which will be exciting to see what it is. But I used the thanks from this add-on kit here. And you have to be a paper pumpkin subscriber to get it. But see, this is what I was talking about. This is the envelope. Okay. No difference, really, right? And then all you need to do is stamp the trees. But I'm going to use the one from the kit here. And we are going to get started. So I don't remember the measurement of this. So this is the card base that comes in the kit. This early espresso is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. Okay. And all we're going to do, this is how simple this card is we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut all the way between these little lines here. I've got glue on my scissors. Isn't that gross? Okay, so I'm going to start. I should have worn my glasses. Don't I say this every week? So how are you guys doing? Are you having a good week? Okay, and I don't need, oh, I do have my glasses here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put them on. Maybe I'll be able to see better. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so we're going to cut. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a border here. You guys would do it a little bit carefuler. More, is that a word? Carefuler? Crazy. Okay, a little bit more careful than what I'm doing. So I'm just going to place that there. We're going to do a puzzle tonight. I love puzzles. Do you guys love puzzles? Okay, don't look at the computer screen because I can't see the computer screen with my glasses on. Everything goes blurry. Okay, so we're just going to cut. The only reason I'm doing this, I mean, it's pretty cool on its own, but I wanted to have a little bit of more contrast coming through. I did this one a little bit smaller, so I didn't get as much of the early espresso coming through the pieces that I had kind of hoped for. So I made this one a wee bit bigger, just a smidgen. All right. So what have you guys been up to? Have you been doing some stamping? I've been prepping. We have our team gathering, not this weekend coming, but the weekend after. So I've been prepping for that. So we have an in-person and a virtual get-together a couple times a year where there's a whole bunch of us, like I think there's 8 of us, that get together. We pick one of the bundles or one of the suites actually from the new catalog, and we demonstrate it, and everyone from our teams come and they do make and takes and they get to see all the products in person, up close and personal, and we do a whole bunch of samples with the suite that we're doing, and then everyone gets to make a card from the suite. So that's coming up. We have our virtual one first, so that's for the people that either can't make it in person on that day or that live too far away. And then we have our in-person one the weekend after. So it's very exciting. It's so much fun to get together with everybody. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly place these down. I want to be able to wiggle them and move them to get them in the place that I want them in. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'm not pushing it down. I'm basically, and you have to go quick because this glue will take hold and then you won't be able to move very easily. And I just want to make sure that I have a little bit of early espresso peeking through. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top one and I'm going to take the bottom one and I'm going to make sure that they are lined up and then I have a nice border all the way around. And then these 3 pieces I'm just going to kind of wiggle until I get them exactly where I want them. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, see? So you can see the difference. I made this a tiny smidgen bigger so that we actually get more of a separation between the pieces, because these ones I didn't get much of a separation. That was the look I was going for. Isn't that pretty? I like it. All right, so let's just stick it down. Hope the glue hasn't moved on me. Nope, still good. Okay, and then all we do is mount that to our card base. Okay, so you can use whatever adhesive you want. I've got this handy. I'll use that. And then you can pop things up if you want. You can keep it flat. Let's see. I have some really old. I do have the new one that's on the spool, but I also have this one. So let's just take some of these linen threads and let's figure out what we want to do. So I think I'm going to pop that one up. I'm going to pop that up. What should we do? Pop it. not puppet. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you like it, Sharon. Okay, so we're just going to cut a piece of this off. Oops. Get it? Okay. And I'm going to take my, okay, now I got to take my glasses off because I'm not doing something up close and then I can't see. I don't know if you guys are like that. I have transition glasses, but they don't transition well enough for all the things that I need. Oh boy, my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to just stick this. So all I've done is I've put some seal here. And then I'm just going to take my linen thread and I'm just sticking it under. I'm just kind of making little loops here and there. Just making a messy little thing. Just like that. And then we'll put this down so it's not hanging out. Okay. And I do think I'm going to pop that one up. So, do that. So how do you guys find making masculine cards? Do you find it challenging? Is it easier to do, you know, flowers and cutesy things, or are you creative with the masculine cards? Okay, come on, get off. I find my husband and my son, one of my sons, are avid fishermen. So I find if I have a fish, I can make a masculine card really easy. But who wants cards with fish on them? Okay, so I'm gonna put ooh, okay. My what is that called? Bone folder almost went through my glass of water. That would not be good. I'd have water everywhere. Okay, that's too thick. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep cutting these. And we're just going to put little pieces in here to pop up the thanks. I'm only putting them on this side, and this side's going to be flat with that. Okay. It is hard, isn't it? Eh? I agree. It's a challenge, but who's not up for a challenge? I'd be up for a challenge if I wasn't so exhausted. I got to spend the last 2 weekends with my niece, which was very exciting. I haven't seen her since she was married 2 years ago. But she was probably an hour and a half away from our trailer doing a course. And she got the last 2 weekends off. So that was just amazing to be able to spend the weekend with her. I was so happy. Okay, this has to come off. We don't want that one there. Okay. And then we're just going to put some glue here. Oh, Milo might start crying because people just got home. And you'll hear them. I want to go upstairs and steal more dinner. Do you guys have counter surfers for dogs? I've never had a dog counter surfer until this one. Okay, and then we're just going to stick this right like that. Get that up there. And there we go. What do you guys think? Which one do you like better? This I just cut out with the sentiment out of the pack there, and this I used the thanks. I kind of like this one. Okay, and then for the inside, I just stamped one of the sentiments from the stamp set, and then stamped some trees in early espresso. So I will leave the inside of this for now. We'll get on to the next card. Okay, so this one, I can't even remember. I should have written it down, who I saw this from. So it's kind of a cool, I think it was Susan Campfield. So isn't that a cool fun fold? So our card base, so we're going to do this a little bit different here. Our card base is, let me get all my pieces out so I don't lose them. Okay, so our card base is Knight of Navy, and this is 5 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I'm using another one of the card bases from the kit. So this one is just this card base here, and I just cut it in half so you can actually get 2 cards from it. Okay, and that just gets glued right on top of it. So let's just put all of our little pieces out of the way and let's just glue it down. The one you just made. Yeah. You like that one? Okay. I do too. I like the thanks. People don't say thanks enough these days, do they? Okay. So we're going to have that as the card base. Now our little flip mechanism here. Okay, this is 11 by 3, and we have to bring in our trimmer. I'm going to do some scoring. So we are going to score this at 3 and at 7. So we do need to open up our little arm. Okay, and make sure you got the scoring blade right. So we're going to score it at 3, and we're going to score this at 7. Okay, so we're going to be dividing this into 3 here. And we can put that away. So let's just fold that over and fold this over. So I got to check which way I want it to go. Is this the right way? Nope, I want it to go this way. Okay, so we're going to stamp in the middle panel and we're going to decorate the outside. So the front, we're going to use this one. This we're going to put just right in here, and we can stamp on this one. So let's, what do we want to stamp with? Well, let's do some trees. Now, what color? Huh. I haven't thought about this. Should we do blue trees? Misty moonlight trees? Let's do that. I have hair. I don't know about you guys, but I shed. And my hair is falling out. It's so bad right now. Okay, so I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and we're going to stamp some blue trees. We'll just think the lighting is kind of weird, eh? Okay, so we're going to go blue. And we're going to stamp off. I should put a thing underneath here. And let's do that. All right. I'm going to bring in a baby wipe just to, because I forgot to wet my chamois. And I now have ink on my Glass Mat Studio, which I forgot to tell you guys will be coming back. So if you didn't get one by joining the join offer when they were available, they will be available. They're available right now for demonstrators to pre-order, and they will be available to customers in July. So you can get your hands on this Glass Mat Studio. I use mine all the time. Love it. Okay, so we're going to just stick that here. And then we are going to do, what sentiment do we want to do on this one? Oh no, I lost my stamps. Okay, so I don't want to do another Father's Day. So how about you're the best there is. So we'll do that at the front. And oh, look what I have ink all over me. I'm going to get ink everywhere and make a mess. It's not going to be good. Oh well. It wouldn't be my video without me getting ink everywhere. Or glue. One or the other, right? Okay, and then we're going to do that. And so that's Misty Moonlight. That is the color that comes in the kit. I'm just using a bigger version because it's easier for me and my clumsy hands to work with than the little one. And so what we're going to do is we are going to stick this. We're going to put adhesive here and we're going to stick it right in the middle. All right. So let's do that. I am going to use liquid glue so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. So I'm going to stick it right here, just like that. And we're going to want to make sure that it sticks so that it doesn't move on me. Because we want to make sure that this gets placed right in the center so that this is straight. Okay, so that is good just like that. Okay, so this is good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive just on this flap here. All right, so let's go in here. And we're going to put our card base here, which is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. I'm going to hold this down and we are going to line it up so that it is centered. I got equal distance here, and it's straight somewhat. As straight as anything I do can be straight because, you know me, everything gets crooked. So there we go. Cute. So then this will get put right on here. So this DSP is 4 by 3, and we're going to stick this one right on here. Just like that. Okay. And then this comes right out of the kit as well. And I'm just going to put that right here with a sentiment. So let's change our sentiment up. And we're going to use You're the Best There Is. Oh my goodness, you should see the ink that is all over me. I am covered in ink. Okay. There we go. Oop. You see how that's all blotchy? I don't know if you guys can see that. If I were to go and stamp that, I wouldn't get a nice clear stamp. So it's one thing I love about the photopolymer is you can see how well it's inked up and you can prevent boo-boos before you have them. Okay, so let's just do that. Try and get it straight. And there we go. So these guys I took from, so part of your kit, you get some pop-out embellishments. So I just took these and I just cut them in half because I used some, like I used one on here. I used some on my other cards. So I just cut them in half and I'm just going to layer them. I don't want that one sticking out. Oh no, I have the hiccups. And we're going to just stick that just like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some seal. It was funny, my youngest son got the hiccups over dinner. And I shouldn't have laughed at him because now I have the hiccups. But I said that every time that I get the hiccups, and at any time of the day, I will have them for the entire day. They just keep coming back. So I shouldn't have laughed because it was karma, isn't it? Okay. Just like that. So this is pretty thick, so I'm not going to pop it up. You could pop it up if you want. But you don't need to. We're just going to stick this just like that. And there you go. So which one do you like? Do you like the brown or the blue? I like this one. This one is pretty cool. And this one would be good for masculine or feminine. Doesn't have to be. This one is more masculine just because of the browns. But, I mean, to each their own, right? All right. So, some of the alternatives. There's that. And then there is this one as well. So let me know which ones you like. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me move this down so you can actually see them. And yeah, make sure that you check out the amazing sale that is on right now. An extra 10% off of bundles and 10% off of the big shot. So woohoo, I love getting myself a good deal. So have an amazing, amazing week. And thank you so much for joining me. And we will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.